Hey guys, guess who's back in the saddle? This guy. Kill ranking is long overdue and I do apologize. As we speak, I am probably gonna have a near-death experience from overdosing on f***ing cough drops and Dayquil and NyQuil, but here I am. I've been extremely under the weather. I still feel like total dog, but today I'm gonna get this done because I wanna have some fun and I wanna connect with you guys. I've missed y'all. So if I sound off, I'm just really stuffy up here. There's a lot going on that I don't like. I sound like fucking Patrick. Is mayonnaise an instrument? One thing about the Nightmare on Elm Street series is they shot these movies back to back to back. Nightmare on Elm Street 4 would once again be rushed into development and come out just a year later from its predecessor. It is known that Wes Craven signed on again for Nightmare on Elm Street 3 with the intention to end the franchise. However, he was approached for Nightmare on Elm Street 4 and he did pitch an idea that was refused by the studio. Wes Craven's idea for this film would revolve around time travel within the dream realm. The studio wasn't having that. Instead, they wanted to go further with this Dream Warriors journey. Many scripts passed hands with several rewrites, and at the very end of the day, they still wasn't happy with the script and offered Wes Craven to do the rewrites, which he turned down. Which if I was Wes, I would probably feel slapped in the face. And that was his big fuck you to the studio. Oh, wow! I couldn't imagine creating this character in this franchise and then it just be taken out of my hands like that. But anyway, they rushed this film so much they actually started filming without a director. When the time came to get one, they actually offered it to Tom McLaughlin, who directed Jason Lives. But ultimately he refused it because they started shooting this movie without a fucking director. Everybody's probably walking around like a fucking chicken with their head cut off. And he's like, nah bro, I'm good. So it ultimately landed in Rennie Harlin's hands. And one additional thing about any Nightmare film, most of them make money. And this film right here is no exception. Critically, it's about mid. You can look on almost any platform or review site, and 99% of them land about the 50% mark. But again, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a movie review. This is a kill ranking. So, let's get to these kills. This film here ties with Nightmare 3 with the most kills in the franchise, at 6 per film. So my number one favorite kill in this movie is Debbie's kill. There's something so stylish about Debbie sitting there getting the pump, getting the workout. Being a gym rat myself, I know what that's like. And me personally, I feel like Nightmare on Elm Street 3 was the last scary version of Freddy. Even though there was a pretty good detour from the presence of scariness between 1 and 2, but I still feel like there was some of that left in Part 3 Freddy. Not to discredit Part 4 Freddy, but this is really MTV Freddy shining. The plus side to that, instead of having a scary ass kill, you have a pretty creative, comedic, and stylish fucking kill. Like this one. Freddy's just having a fucking good time, man. He's living his best life. He's pushing that fucking bench down and her fucking arms go blink. She's inside that roach motel and she turns into a fucking cockroach. And that transformation is just fucking gross. One thing about this film, particularly in this scenario with this kill, I love the practical effects. I love the practical effects in this. And then when Freddy's done, he hits you with that one-liner, takes that box and fucking squishes it. Coming in at my number 2 pick is Sheila's death. This is one of my favorite kills where I love Robert and Tori talking about their experience anytime they go to a con and they talk about this kill. Dream Warriors. I can just tell they have great chemistry together. And in this scene, Freddy's just trying to get his groove on, right? Even though this kill, the practical effects kind of dumb it down a little bit because you can clearly tell that that's just a fucking rubber doll with the air being sucked out of it. Which is cool in theory, like the end result when you see her body there and it's all just like fucking caterpillared, really cool. And I love the set of the classroom itself. The dilapidation of it, it's just spot fucking on, man. Okay, coming in my number 3 is Joey's death. Now I think personally this is the most entertaining death of the film. Me being a 90s baby, I've always said to myself, I wish I could have grew up in the 80s. I wish I was just one more generation before mine. Joey just fucking sitting there, you know, reading the magazine, watching TV with headphones on. Me, I don't have the cognitive multitasking capacity in my fucking brain to do all that. But I mean, I get it, you know. You didn't have smartphones back then, which if y'all know, I'm not big on social media. YouTube is all I do. I love living a simple lifestyle. So that's why I really relate to these movies. But that's going on the tangent. My biggest question here is, in this nightmare universe, right? When all of these weird things are taking place, do people really just have these lucid dreams like that? So, I mean, that's fucking badass. You know what kind of a fucking dream that a high school teenage boy can dream up? I was like, God damn. And I've had lucid dreams before, but not to the extent where this is going, if you know what I mean. This is Joey's wet dream. And one thing cool about this too, once Joey's bed starts turning into the water bed and he sees that model from the poster just bare in front of him, they hit you with that fucking rock soundtrack, man. And that intensifies this scene so much. It's so fucking enjoyable. And then she disappears and then Freddy comes up and grabs Joey. I was heavily debating on putting this at my number 2. And the more I said, the more I probably would've. But I'm sticking to my guns. Even though this is real stylish for Freddy to do like that, I still like Freddy's stylish kill towards Sheila just a tad bit more. But cinematically, this is better. I'll give it that. Cinematically, like, more pleasing to watch this one. A kill is about a kill, not necessarily entertainment. But when you can combine the two perfectly, you still gotta have that scare factor there. This is death. You're gonna die. It might be funny to Freddy, it might be funny to the viewer, but this is a horror movie. Death is supposed to be scary. And if Joey's going out like that, he was on top of the fucking world, and Freddy just came down and literally cut that away from him. Number 3 is fucking Joey's death. Enjoy that wet dream, bitch. Alright, coming in my number 4 is Rick's death. This one here in particular, I feel like the first half of this is a lot better than the second half. Rick falling asleep and him dreaming of Kristen, the burnt face reveal, then he runs into the elevator. Freddy's voice coming over the intercom was really cool. The elevator transformation was cool. And Rick tapping into his inner sensei and fighting this invisible Freddy, I thought was actually really kind of cool. I mean, it's kind of cheesy, honestly. But where this movie's coming from, if you're following that momentum, I think it really works for the movie. But what brings this down for me so much is that you legit kicked Freddy's ass in the dream realm while he's invisible. But once you see the glove drop down, you're just staring at this motherfucker while it turns and coming at you, and you do nothing but stand there and take it like a bitch. Like, man, you got a Patrick Swayze Roadhouse kick that motherfucker out of there. Like, it never made sense to me. You gained all that momentum and got the upper hand on Freddy momentarily just to be taken down by the glove, which you were staring at for the longest time while it was coming airborne at you. It just doesn't make any fucking logical sense. Get your shit together, Rick. Fuck. Coming in at my number 5 is Kristen's death. I'm probably in a minority in which I highly prefer Patricia Arquette as Kristen, but at the end of the day, that has nothing to do with this movie. The death scene, the build up to this is one of the most memorial scenes in the film. Freddy revealing himself and their interaction is pretty fucking good. However, Freddy makes that scene great. I don't think Kristen in this movie does. Her and Freddy's interaction is top fucking notch. Really enjoyable. But once Alice comes in, she's like, I'm so sorry, Alice. Wake the fuck up, bitch. I'm sorry I pulled you in. And like, you would just think that the Dream Warriors, okay? We're talking about the fucking Dream Warriors, guys. Her only offense at that time was to run at Freddy, do nothing. I mean, Freddy didn't stab her, nothing. He's just like, boom, boom, one-liner, into the fucking furnace, you're dead, bitch. The scene itself, fine. Freddy, fine. Kill, nuh-uh. The kill brings it down so much for me. And then Chris is like, here, you need my powers. Fucking cheesy. I've always had a love-hate relationship for this film, particularly for this reason. For this kill and the next kill, on how I don't think killing off the Dream Warriors in this sense really justifies the importance of them in part 3. This movie portrayed them to be almost like just small fucking cameos of characters. I get the gist of the script. I get the gist of the plot. Like, if you're gonna kill off the Dream Warriors, kill them in a fucking fashionable way. And again, not all of these are bad. Like, I really love Joey's death. But I just feel like you slapped Kristen's character in the fucking face with this death. Once again, for the 1000th time, the build up, good. Their interaction, good. Freddy's reveal, good. The death, garbage. Alright, last but not least, my least favorite death of this movie is Kincaid's death. And I must say, this is so disappointing, not in the sense where Kincaid actually dies, right? It follows the template of most of these. The build up, I think this has one of the best visual build-ups in the entire franchise. My only question is, what's up with the fucking dog piss? Like, did Freddy save that and be like, hey, you know what?
When I come back, I'm gonna have the fucking dog piss on me, and I'm gonna come back in style.
But even with the dog piss, it's funny. You know, it's funny. I'm just like, whatever. When the ground fucking splits and you see Freddy's bones, and he just starts fucking regenerating. His bones come back together. His tissue fibers start reattaching themselves, and he becomes Freddy. What happens with the junkyard? Like, the dream world becomes like this big junkyard, and it's kind of in the same vein as Nightmare on Elm Street 3, where you got cars being thrown around, cars coming on, headlights being flashed. Cinematically, this is a fucking masterpiece, bro. But again, my biggest pet peeve, is that Kincaid is my favorite out of all the Dream Warriors. Like, Kincaid is my fucking dude. The amount of teamwork and offense they spent in Nightmare on Elm Street 3 together, it seems like every one of these Dream Warriors are just fucking dumbfounded at the fact that Freddy's back. Like, if I was in their shoes and I knew we defeated this motherfucker, right? And now he's back, I'm not gonna sit there and just fucking take the glove. If you're taking me out, motherfucker, you're gonna have to work for it. And that's why this is my least favorite death in this film, because even though I try to give it the benefit of the doubt, with this one, I just can't. Every one of the elements surrounding Kincaid's death is fucking phenomenal. I mean, it's just like, mwah. Even with the dog piss, it's funny. The fucking earth shattering. The junkyard coming back to life. And then my man Kincaid is just gonna sit there and let Freddy grab him, look at him for a few seconds, and just accept his fucking death. Like, bro, give him some fucking Mike Tyson left, right, fucking uppercuts. Do something, my man. Do something. Come on, guys. You're the fucking Dream Warriors. You're better than this. Like, what happened? What happened to your balls? What happened to your guts? What happened to your instincts of, hey, I'm gonna kick Freddy's fucking ass again? Again, that's why I have a love-hate relationship for this film. It's sad for me to say, I hate they brought the Dream Warriors back just to kill them off, but at the end of the day, I still enjoy the movie. If you watch 3 and 4 back to back, I don't know how you can try to justify, like, you glorified these fucking Dream Warriors and set their fucking names in stone in the franchise. We collectively defeated Freddy Krueger, like, we whooped his ass. And just think about it, Joey went out in style, like, again, beautiful scene, no offense. Kristen, 0 fucking offense. But again, my man Kincaid had 0 fucking offense, 0% effort. They didn't even take a step forward. They didn't even try to throw a punch. They didn't even try to fucking run. I mean, at least try to fucking run. If you ain't got the balls to face Freddy again, do something. I'll save you guys the pity of my fucking rant here, because I've been ranting on this for 14 minutes now. So I'm probably just gonna cut all this out anyway, just say fuck it, because you probably don't want to hear this shit anyway. But yeah, guys, that is my kill ranking for Nightmare on Elm Street 4, which I think, in my opinion, is the last tolerable movie of the franchise, other than the exception of Wes Craven's New Nightmare, which is one of my personal fucking favorites. Until I see you again on Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child, kill ranking, I love all you guys. Thank you so much for taking part of your day to kick it with me. I really do appreciate it. I love you all. Till next time, hopefully this fucking sickness is gone by then. Adios.